Next one up is going to be Bedroucho. Ran well enough at Moonee Valley on debut. Via Cavour about to come along to her place. She's barrier blanketed out there. Foreign Policy for Jake Noonan. Coming up, How About Harry? Moved along first up from a long break for Harry. Has been supported 15 to 12, but the favourite is Via Cavour. She's $3 and $1.30 on Super Tab and $3.10 on track. Professor Roy back to $5 on the tote and on course in from $5.50. Bolshoi Bell to get ready. Easing to $9.50 on track and is $11.20 the tote. And Arapaho Moon to come in is into $7 on course, $7 on the tote as well, and a firmer in from 11 on Super Tab, 10 into 7 on course. First run for Logan McGill. So the final couple moving into the barriers. Bolshoi Bell still away. They've got Via Cavour in out there next to Don't Dream Man and Drydell. Poets Ghost standing well. So here's Arapaho Moon about to come up for Brad Rawilla. And Bolshoi Bell is going to be the final one to move in. Getting set here. Previous one by Little Indian in a close photo finish. Nearly ready. Last one coming up then. Bolshoi Bell. So they're locked in, ready for action. Set race number 4. Gates are back, they're off and racing, and Arapaho Moon, the one that was slow, and Drydell goes back as well. And one of the first to show out here in flight mode is being ridden along to try and find the lead in the early part on the inside. Professor Roy is up there as well, and also with those settling in third placing was Stradista just easing back to take the trail now. They're 2 lengths clear from Foreign Policy, getting over into 4th placing, followed by Chad, 1.5 lengths to Poets Ghost, and they're being trailed then by Bedroucho. 2 lengths behind these. How About Harry, who's on the inside of Drydell. Well back in the field then is Arapaho Moon towards the end, in company with Don't Dream Man on the outside and Bolshoi Bell. Coming up the side of the course then, and down on the inside in flight mode, had it narrowly. Stradista striding up deep on the course to just about join it. Professor Roy's in the middle. About 1.5 lengths further back in the field, then under pressure at the moment, Foreign Policy as they swing the corner, and Poets Ghost on the outside, followed by Drydell. Into the straight they race now, and it's in flight mode, giving a bit of a kick. Chad trying to follow it through. Professor Roy is right there with Stradista, and Poets Ghost was wider out. Bolshoi Bell coming on the extreme outside. In flight mode still narrowly, but here they come. Bolshoi Bell right down the outside. Bolshoi Bell races up with Drydell. Chad getting a run on the inside. Bolshoi Bell and Drydell. Drydell and Bolshoi Bell. They hit it. Drydell just from Bolshoi Bell. In flight mode 3rd, and then Poets Ghost. Followed further back then by Bedroucho. Then back behind those was Arapaho Moon down towards the inside, in company with How About Harry. Stradista's towards the tail. One of the last over is Don't Dream Man, and Via Cavour must have stayed in the barriers. I haven't seen her in the run, Via Cavour.
Yes, she did, Greg. She's stayed in the barriers. Via Cavour did not jump out of the gates. We'll have a look at the head-on in just a moment, but she stayed in the gates. And if you're back to it, the $3 and $3.10 best fluck, you've done your money cold unless she was held by an attendant or something of some other circumstance. But Via Cavour not taking any part in the race, and Drydell for the new stable able to win. 5-year-old Chestnut Gelding by Kingston Rule. Brian Higgins aboard. That was tough work up the straight. They were right across the track. There was chances galore. Bolshoi Bell looked as if it might be able to win, but really it's all about what's happened to the favourite in the barrier, Clint.
It is. We'll have to try and get some footage of that. But sweeping around out wide, and horses that are sort of starting off their prep, or in particular the winner, I should say, Drydell resuming here, and clearly will be getting better over further as well. I thought the runner-up probably had its chance and was just beaten by a better one on the day. But clear excuses. Well, Via Cavour's just apparently stood in the gates, and we did hear that she'd been a bit of a nuisance in the gates in that interview prior.
Okay, gate number 15 it is, Clint. Here we